This is a second cup of coffee. It's actually past midday. Using the old AeroPress. I was thinking about the AeroPress from a bike packing perspective. Is it too bulky? I don't know. I was looking at some other alternatives that can pack flatter, but although it's light, I say, it's bulky. Anyway, it makes a good cup of coffee. And the paper filters, you just keep reusing them. That's what I found until they burst. So that could be 5 cups of coffee. It could be 20. It just depends. And that's with like the same amount of force on the plunger. So experimentation. Oh, look at that! Look at the detail. Coffee gains. What you up to, PRAW? It's coming up to 2 p.m. I've just cleaned my chains, my drive chains, chains, whatever, on the TCRs. Gonna nosh that back for lunch. 2 coffees this morning. Gonna hydrate with a pint. Might have another pint in a minute. Flush that toxicity called coffee out my body. God, that's a noisy herb. It does annoy me sometimes. Lets people know you're coming though. So yeah, I just cleaned the chain. Well, not just cleaned it. I cleaned the one that was on here and just rotated it with another one. Same goes for the other TCR. KMC chain for the win. I don't know about the gold, it's a bit bling, isn't it? I mean, I just bought another couple of kind of standard KMC chains. Still the X10, but you don't have to go for those. It wears off after a while anyway. So, that needs a bit of cleaning. Nice triggering. I'll get around to that though. It's not cassette off time quite yet though. We're just doing a bit more debadging. Stealth for the win. But yeah, this stuff's alright now. It's really dry. Just keep chucking it on. That's all you've got to remember, alright? Wet and dry conditions. Now, you're going to have to try them in wet conditions for yourself and see what results you get. But for me personally, you're going to need a wet specific lube in my experience. Alright, else you're going to use a lot of this. I mean, wet is messy, but it does keep the chain lubed up longer when it's really wet and crappy. Especially in a UK winter. The carnage. I'll have to finish those off in a minute. Just swapping some bike packing bags around. I've gone and got. Putting the Revelate on the back, so I'm going to go on a little mission in a minute. Going to go on a little mission. Going to do something I haven't been able to do for a while. So we're going to see how we get on with that. Reasons why? I shall let you know very soon. But it's going to be interesting because it's something I've always done quite a lot the past 4 or 5 years, I guess, and I just haven't been able to do it. So we'll see how we get on. These innocent smoothies are quite nice. Not something I buy every time I go to the supermarket, but now and again we'll grab one. I'm going to actually note, I'm about 8 miles from home, right, that 2.5, maybe 2 years ago, I could really barely cycle 5-10 miles without a bit of pain, alright? Which is kind of what this ride's about tonight, of what I used to do. So I've made huge gains in like, yeah, quite a long time, I guess. So yeah, I don't know, we'll talk about it, but I never really thought I was going to be able to kind of start riding longer distance again because of the niggling issue. But anyway, it's what it is. Let's power on. Step forward, eh? Seat packs though, kind of the same logic as towing a bob trailer though, really. Just don't get out the saddle and sway around too much and expect to ride like a bike which is unframed bagged. Totally different style of riding. Might not look much from here, but I'm going to climb up that. Not actually that bad. MTB shoes for the win. Hey, if people can hike into the Grand Canyon, because obviously you're not allowed to ride it, right? Protected with mountain bikes and camping gear all on their back, then I can carry a road bike with a Revelate bag with a few bits and pieces in up a tiny bump called Glastonbury Tor. Yeah, I got a little bit of padding for my shoulder. That's my only comfort though. Accept the challenge, get it done. Not too bad, halfway here. Must admit, I did cycle up the road beside the shallow swell, but still, it's not that far. Probably carry it up here fully loaded. Yeah, accept the challenge. What a lovely evening though. So yeah, quite an accomplishment I think. Losing some chubber, hike a bike. Good fun though. I have done it in the Quantox a few times and in certain places. Yeah, and to be honest, I've ridden down part of this before, but the last bit's impossible. On road bike anyway. You're all getting it done. I don't know what to say, I'm just chuffing myself with that, so over and out. Summer's evenings have always been about for me really, like stopping and then looking at stuff like that, alright, out in the countryside. Smells are really amazing at this time of night, I just love it as the temperature cools off. Also no traffic. All trolling aside though, don't be too hard on yourself. Just watch what goes in here. So I brought the seat pack tonight. Knee warmers. I got arm, well these aren't really arm warmers, they're more summer UV protectors, but they'll do when the weather's like this. I've got a lightweight gilet, and I've got my Asos one in there, obviously the lock, which is kind of a bit overkill, but depends where you're going, what you're doing. No problem, they're not like carrying loads of other stuff. Obviously my inner tube and pump and like punch repair kit and stuff that's in there, and a buff, yeah, a buff, we call it a buff. And battery in there to top up the old phone. Volt 400, which I'm getting on with, but I ain't fucking loving it because of the shitty mount. It's horrible, it just moves around. I don't like it, alright. And this monster of a light, which is a Phoenix, hold up, Phoenix E35, right? And it's powered by, I've got one in my back pocket here. Those, again eBay, but some of them are good, some of them are crap. But definitely lights the way. So that's what I've got. And then I got like another little backup light on my helmet, but yeah. That's what it's about. Summer's evenings, out getting it done. And that's where I was. True though, Inspiration Nation, isn't it? Out getting it done, hopefully inspires other people to go out and get it done, no matter how big or small, alright? Do you know what? I'm fucking chuffed with myself tonight, what I've achieved that I wasn't able to do a year or a few years ago, alright? But we shall explain that soon. It's all cool. So we're still out. It's kind of dark. It feels darker with these cheap fakelies on. Going to invest soon though. We're going to invest. Doesn't matter. It's just, this is just one night. It's one night in June of 2018. And we're out riding, enjoying the evening. But we're off home. I'm not staying out all night. Maybe I will, maybe I won't do an all-night ride this summer, I'm not sure. I've done plenty of them in the past. Gonna sneeze. Thought I'd share that with you. But yeah. And just me and all of that. Haven't had a car pass me for ages. So I reckon that's going to be that. We're going to wrap this one up. Might kind of just sort of show you what I have when I get in. I don't know, I just might have, well, it's kind of late and I'll probably just have like a cup of tea or something. No bother. Calorie restriction. PRAW over and out.